विठलाय नमो नमः। मरुत्पुत्राय कवये भीमाय भयहारिणे श्रीमदानन्दतीर्थाय प्रख्याताय नमो नमः। श्वेतनिर्विष्टं सर्वकल्याणमूर्तिं परशुकमलहस्तं शोभितं मोदकेन कुसुममाला लम्बोदरन्तं मम हृदयनिवासं श्रीगणेशं नमामि। कृष्णव्रता कृष्णमनुस्मरन्तः रात्रौ च कृष्णं पुनरुत्थिताये ते कृष्णदेहा प्रविशन्ति कृष्णम्। आज्यं यथा मन्त्रहुतं हुताशे बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनूमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। चित्रे पदैश्च गम्भीरे वाक्यमानैरखण्डिते गुरुभावो व्यञ्जयन्ति भाति श्रीजयतीर्थवा। प्रणमत्कामधेनु च भजत्सुरतरूपमं श्रीभावबोधकृत्पाद चिन्तामणिमुपास्महे। पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे। अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। हयग्रीव हयग्रीव हयग्रीवेति यो वदेत् तस्य निस्सरते वाणी जन्नुकन्या प्रवाहवत्। राकाचन्द्रसमानकान्तिवदना नाकाधिराजस्तुता मूकानामपि कुर्वती सुरधुनी। नीकाश वाक्वैभवं श्रीकाञ्चीनगरी विहाररसिका शोकापहन्त्री सताम् एका पुण्यपरम्परा पशुपतेः आकारिणी राजते। सत्यं विधातुं निजवृत्त्यभाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु चात्मनः अदृश्यत अत्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् तं भेसभायां न मृगं न मानुषं नरसिंह न मृगं न मानुषम्। My humble obeisance to the Lord of Vrindavan and Guruvayur, Shri Krishna, to Sri Rama, the Lord of Ayodhya, to Ma Lakshmi, Ma Saraswati and Ma Sita, to Mahadeva and Ma Kali, to Siddhi Vinayakji Maharaj and Subramanya Swami, to the exemplary devotees Sri Hanumanji, to the most revered Guruji, and all the devotees of the Lord who have gathered here. By the grace of the Lord, we start the discourse on Bhishma Pitamaha with the traditional prayer of the Mahabharata. Please repeat after me. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरये।
नमो धर्माय महते
नमो धर्माय महते
नमः कृष्णाय वेधसे
नमः कृष्णाय वेधसे
ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमस्कृत्य
ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमस्कृत्य
धर्मान् वक्ष्यामि शाश्वतान्।
धर्मान् वक्ष्यामि शाश्वतान्
धर्मो विवर्धति
धर्मो विवर्धति
युधिष्ठिरकीर्तनेन
युधिष्ठिरकीर्तनेन
पापं प्रणश्यति
पापं प्रणश्यति
वृकोदरकीर्तनेन
रूपोदरकीर्तनेन
शत्रुर्विनश्यति
शत्रुर्विनश्यति
धनञ्जयकीर्तनेन
धनञ्जयकीर्तनेन
माद्रीसुतौ
माद्रीसुतौ
कथयतां
कथयतां
न भवन्ति रोगाः
न भवन्ति रोगा
भक्तवात्सल्यजलधे
भक्तवात्सल्यजलधे
परमानन्दरूपिणः
परमानन्दरूपिणः
अस्मदाचार्यराजस्य
अस्मदाचार्यराजस्य
प्रपन्नास्मि पदाम्बुजम्।
प्रपन्नास्मि पदाम्बुजम्।
By the grace of the Lord, once when I was doing the Katha of the Mahabharata in Delhi, I got this song which gives you the highlights of the Mahabharata. All of us know is the magnum opus of India. Mahatvacha Bharavatvacha Mahabharatamiti महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान, जिसमें सत्य और धर्म की शान पांडव जीत गए, क्योंकि कान्हा उनके मित्र भये। महाभारत की कथा महान, जिसमें सत्य और धर्म की शान पांडव जीत गए, क्योंकि कान्हा उनके मित्र भये। महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान। कभी देखो युद्ध और अशांति, कभी देखो दया और शांति, कभी धर्म प्राय सब खोए, द्रौपदी कभी अंबर पाए। कभी देखो युद्ध और अशांति, कभी देखो दया और शांति, कभी धर्म राज सब खोए, द्रौपदी कभी अंबर पाए। महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान। कभी देखो अर्जुन की प्रीति, कभी सुनो विदुर की नीति, कभी पाए धर्म वीराने, लगा जिन्हें कान्हा सजाने।
कभी देखो अर्जुन की प्रीति, कभी सुनो विदुर पाई
धर्म वीराने, लगा जिन्हें कान्हा सजाने। महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान। सेना के आगे अर्जुन को डर सा है लागे, कान्हा उसे गीता सुनाए, सुन जिसे पार्थ जीत जाए।
कौरव की सेना के आगे अर्जुन को डर सा है लागे, कान्हा उसे गीता सुनाए,
सुन जिसे पार्थ जीत जाए। महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान। है भैया जियो जैसे जिए कुंती मैया, भीष्म का वचन निभाने, अपना वचन तोड़े कन्हैया। कृष्ण प्रेम की कथा है भैया, जियो जैसे जिए कुंती मैया, भीष्म का वचन निभाने, अपना वचन तोड़े कन्हैया। महाभारत की कथा महान, जिसमें सत्य और धर्म की शान, पांडव जीत गए क्योंकि कान्हा उनके मीत भये। महाभारत की कथा महान, महाभारत की कथा महान। यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः, तत्र श्री विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम। By the grace of the Lord, I have chosen a great personality for analysis. All these towering personalities make me feel a pygmy before them. I don't have the intellectual capacity or the emotional maturity or the spiritual sobriety to size them up. Every time I enter the hall, I tell the personality, please do justice to yourself through me. That is the only question I ask. Who am I? Yatha Ashakti, Yatha Mati. I try to describe you, my masters. You are great men. The world is full of mediocre people. At the same time, the Lord has created many excellent beings. These excellent beings are like stars. They keep on shining in the firmament of the world. You can never forget them. Every time I do the Mahabharata, I suffer from a serious handicap compared to my rival B.R. Chopra. He has got multiple cameras and I don't even have one. I have to battle against him, a very powerful rival who swept the world off its feet by his beautiful, monumental, epoch-making Mahabharata. Give him a big hand. The video representations of Ramayana and Mahabharata were not videos. They were actual happenings. In every home we saw them. Every child learned from them. And parents felt shy because children knew more than they knew. They could reel off names which we did not know before. We are very happy that this visual impact of the Mahabharata and the Ramayana was so deep on everyone who saw it. Whenever I think of the Mahabharata, I ask my audience, who's the most fascinating character? And everybody unanimously says, Vasudeva Krishna. Who else? Krishna is the most fascinating character. If I ask you who is the most powerful character, one voice you say, Bhishma Pitamaha. There is no doubt about it. In that video representation, so also in this great work, that powerful character is Bhishma. The glory of Bhishma is the glory of superhuman sacrifice. It's a long saga of strange happenings where there is a strong will, decisiveness, loyalty to the throne, unheard of in history. Bhishma has no political ambitions, no military dreams, no selfish desires, no longings of the flesh. He is an eternal bachelor, matchmaking for others. I call him an eternal bachelor, matchmaking for others. That is Bhishma. As he stands before you, my dear listeners, how did this great character come into being? Mahabharata tells us there was a great king called Shantanu. Whatever Shantanu touched, whether it's dead, worn out, would sprout again. That would come back to life. That is why it's called Shantanu. That was the power he had. Whatever he touched, says the Mahabharata, was brought back to life. This is the great one. Shantanuttu mahipala abhavat yam yam karabhyam sprashati जीर्णं स सुखमश्नुते पुनर्युवाच भवति तस्मात्तं शन्तनुं विदुः तदस्य शन्तनुत्वम्. That is why Shantanu. It becomes new again. It becomes vivified again. He brings life to everything that he touches. That's why he was known as Shantanu. This Shantanu, one day, says the Mahabharata, was ruling the country with great compassion. There are so many lovely things in the Mahabharata which you pick out as gems and make your collection rich. There's so much to learn from the Mahabharata. One day I was very surprised. Generally, I don't mention the name of politicians, but when politicians are statesmen, I mention their names. One such is Shivaraj Patil. I went into his study to just say namaste to him. He had invited me for a cup of tea. And I found him reading the Mahabharata. I said, sir, I wait for a day when every politician will read the Mahabharata. That is all that I said. He says, ma'am, there is so much to learn, and I want to retire from politics if possible and tell the world the wisdom of the Mahabharata. This is the wisdom of the Mahabharata. There is so much to learn. Look at the way Shantanu rules the world. Shantanavata rajyasthe navartata vritha vadaha. There is no unwarranted cruelty to animals in the country of Shantanu. Let me take this opportunity of announcing about a person whom I came to know recently. I have nothing against caste or creed. I have great respect for values. Wherever they are found, I bow down to that person. I came across a senior officer of the Animal Welfare Board in Tamil Nadu. She loves animals. She's so brave, scarcely 5 feet, but very brave woman. Takes her van, stops that cruel truck driver who is taking several cows for slaughter. Then and there she books him. The moment truck drivers see her van, they fly. And the cows look at her with gratitude. Whenever she finds the bullock cart overloaded, as usual it is, suddenly she says, the eyes of the bullock are looking at me. And the moment I see the bullock cart driver runs away, and I get the bullock unleashed and give it water, it remembers me forever. Her name is Gauhar Aziz, a Muslim lady, my dear listeners. Admirable woman. I told her, when she talked about the cruelty done against animals here. I was shocked. It seems from Rajasthan, camels are made to walk from Rajasthan to Tamil Nadu, and they are killed here in public, inch by inch. What is the need to perpetrate such cruelty? All of us can't be members of the SPCA and Blue Cross, I can understand. But why this cold-blooded cruelty to animals? Why is this happening? And one woman, single woman, is fighting against it. She loses in the court, but does not lose her heart, let me tell you. She doesn't lose heart. She fights again, fights again. Admirable woman, I said. Look at what the Mahabharata says. In Shantanu's time, there was no unwarranted cruelty meted to animals. Never. Na navartata vritha vadaha asukhanam anathanam tiryakyonishu vartinam. Who are the ones who are to be looked after? Those who are ill, that is, those who are people with diseases, those who are unhappy, those who are handicapped physically, and those who belong to the beast and the bird class. Tiryakyonishu vartinam. This is how Shantanu ruled. Such a person one day comes across a beautiful woman. Her name is Ganga. Sayeva Raja Sarvesham Bhutanam Abhavat Pita Gangam Anuchachara Ekaha Shantanu Parayamuda Nadim Tripatakam Punyam Siddhacharana Sevitam Sakadachit Mahabhaga Dadarsha Paramam Striyam Jajvalyamana Vapusha Sakshat Shri Iva. She looks like Shri herself. Iva Param. She looked like Mother Lakshmi herself. This is Mother Ganga. Whenever I think of the Ganga, I am reminded of my own experience of Mother Ganga in Uttarkashi. When I went there the first time, I found Mother Ganga gorgeous. Have you noticed the Ganga in Uttarkashi? Have you noticed her in Rishikesh? Have you seen the difference in Haridwar? Have you seen her flowing through Ganga Sagar? Sometimes she's full of boisterous nature. Sometimes she's calm. Sometimes she's gushing. Sometimes she's gorgeous. To me, Ganga is not a river. She's the perennial philosophy of India flowing down from the Himalayas, my dear listeners, the perennial philosophy of India. Please take your children for a Ganga bath at least once in 2 years. Change their samskaras. Tell them you'll take them to Switzerland and Disneyland, does not matter. But take them to Haridwar and Rishikesh. That is the real India. All my NRI devotee friends, I tell them, don't introduce India through the 5-star hotels. That is not India. That is not India. The real India is by the Kaveri, by the Godavari, by the Narmada, by the Brahmaputra, and by the Holy Mother Ganga, my dear listeners. This is India. This is Bharat. When you feel the Ganga, Mother Ganga stands for all purity. And as I saw her flowing, this song came to me. जीवन सफल कर दे गंगे हृदय कोमल कर दे काम क्रोध मद मोह हटा के काम क्रोध
मद लोभ हटा के
जीवन निर्मल कर दे गंगे जीवन सफल कर दे ऊंचे ऊंचे पहाड़ों से बहता तेरा पानी, कहता जाए मानव देखो बीते जिंदगानी।
ऊंचे ऊंचे पहाड़ों से बहता तेरा पानी, कहता जाए मानो देखो बीते जिंदगानी। रहेगा न तू न रहेगी निशानी, रहेगा न तू न रहेगी निशानी।
हृदय कोमल कर दे, जीवन सफल कर दे गंगे, जीवन सफल कर दे। भगवद्गीता किंचिदधीता, गंगा जललव कणिका पीता।
भगवद्गीता किंचिदधीता, गंगा जललव कणिका पीता।
सकृदपीन मुरारी समर्चा,
सकृदपीन मुरारी समर्चा।
क्रियते तस्य यमेन न चर्चा,
क्रियते तस्य यमेन न चर्चा।
गंगे जीवन सफल कर दे। Give a big hand to Prashant Bhai on the keyboard and Shyam Bhai on the tabla. They make the Ganga flow even in the Middle East. Just as Prakash Bhai and Hemant Bhai with their music can make Ras Leela take place at midday. By the grace of the Lord, Mother Ganga appears there, and she's beautiful. She's a concept. She's purity come alive. Nadim tripadakam punyam siddhacharana sevitam sakadachit mahabhaga dadarsha paramam triyam jajvalyamana vyapusha sakshat shriyam ivaparam. As soon as he saw her, he wanted to know who she is. She'd already met his father, Pratipa, and Pratipa had told her, "You have sat in my lap at a position where the daughter or the daughter-in-law sits and not where the wife sits." The Mahabharata is full of subtle points. He says, "I cannot take you as wife, but I can take you as my daughter-in-law when my son will be born." Because Mother Ganga is ageless, she's beyond time, she lives in eternity. She's still waiting for that son of Pratipa to come into being, and that is Shantanu. And she has laid conditions, like our daughters-in-law lay conditions before the wedding. She has laid conditions. You should not ask me what I do, and I'll do what I like to do. And if you stop me while I'm doing what I do, I will leave you. Shantanu is so fascinated and enthralled by her beauty that he cannot say anything to her. But then he finds year after year a baby is born, and she takes the baby and mercilessly throws it into the river. 7 babies are gone. When the 8th baby's chance comes, Varita vipriyam chokta tyajeyam tvam naradhipa eshame samayo rajan bhajamam tvam yathepsitam jatam chasa putram kshipatyam bhasi bharata ashtamam tu jigam santya chukshubhe shantanu dhritihi. His mind was turbulent. He couldn't bear it anymore. "Enough, woman, enough," he says. 7 children, I have seen them falling into the water and dying. Newborn babes, infants. I can't think of an 8th child being given as a victim of death. No, woman, tell me who you are and why do you do this gory act, this unwholesome act? Why this unwarranted cruelty against newborn babes? What offense have they done against you? When he questions, she says, when he calls her, "Mavadhi kasi kasyasi kim hinatsi sutaniti putragni sumahat papam ma karshi karma nimditam putrakama nate hanmi putram putravatambara jeernattumamavasoyam yatha sa samayakritaha." My time has come. It's time for me to depart. The moment you ask me this question, it means it's time to exit. I know my time has come. Aham Ganga Jannusuta Maharshi Ganasevita देवकार्यार्थसिद्ध्यर्थम् उषिताहं त्वया सह इमे अष्टौ वसवो देवा महाभागा महौजसः वसिष्ठशापदोषेण मानुषत्वम् उपागता तेषां जनयिता नान्य त्वत्कृते भुवि विद्यते मत्विता मानुषी धात्री लोके नास्तिह काचन. I must tell you, Shantanu, there's a whole legend behind it. One day, sage Vasishta cursed the Ashtavasus, and these Ashtavasus, denizens of heaven, had been very impudent with him. So they were cursed by him. May you be born as human beings, all the 8 of you. There was nobody pure in the world to become a father like you, and there was no one purer than me to become a mother for them. That is how the Ashtavasus took birth. They asked me, they said, Ganga Ma, please protect us. And I was the one who became the mother for all the 8 of them. 7 of them, the moment they were born, I wanted to release them from birth. It is just like passing through the jail for one day, Just one day's imprisonment, that is all. I didn't want them to go through further trauma. So they were released, but you have stopped at the 8th Vasu. This is the son I have born for you. Swasti testu gamishyami putram pahi mahavratam mat prasutim vijanihi Ganga dattam imam sutam Ganga dattam imam sutam. That child is our hero, Bhishma, my dear listeners. This is the mother, this is the son, pure son of a pure mother. She is so pure. For a while she has taken him for educating him. Sometimes the mothers look after the children when they are going through their education, or the fathers look after them if the parents are separated for some wholesome reason, not unwholesome I'm talking of. Mother Ganga says, I will look after them, I will look after him. One day, says the king, what happened? Oh yes, the rishi reports that he was taken away by the mother, and he's the one who's going to be a special person in the world, a unique person in the world. The whole world is going to look up to him as what? As a model for abstinence and self-control. Bhavishyati sadharmatma sarvashastra visharadaha. He's the one who's going to come back learned. One day, Gangeya tasya putro bhut namna devavrato vasuhu. This Vasu was known as Devavrata. Sarvastreshu sanishnata parthiveshu itareshu cham. One day, as this great king was going towards the Ganga, he found the mother Ganga flowing very softly. The gushing forth was not there. The torrential flow was not there. Who could be building a dam against her flow? Who could have the courage to do so? This is what our great king thought. And what did he see? Kumaram Rupasampannam Brihantam Charudarshanam Divyamastram Vikurvanam Yatha Devam Purandaram Kritsnam Gangam Samavritya Sharaistikshnair Avastitam. He had built a dam against the Ganga with sharp arrows. He was a young boy. Shantanu looks at him. Who could this little boy be? Who could it be? Grihitva dakshine panau tam kumaram alankritam drishta purvam api satam nabhyajanatsa Shantanu. A beautiful lady held his hand and walked towards Shantanu and said, I am Ganga. You have forgotten me, Shantanu. You have forgotten me. Yam putram ashtamam rajan Tvam puramai avindhata sachayam purusha vyagra sarvastravit anuttamaham. Oh yes, he has come back to you after graduation. I have brought him back after graduation. A full-fledged warrior. That is what he is. Adaya purusha vyagra nayasvainam graham vibhom. Take him and go along with him. Take him home and make yourself happy. He is equal to Shukracharya. He is as learned as Brihaspati Acharya. He has learned the Astra Shastra Vidya under Parashurama himself. Yadastram Veda Ramascha Tadetasmin Pratishtitam Maheshwasam Imam Brahman Rajadharmartha Kovidam Maya Dattam Nijam Putram Veeram Veera Griham Naya. At last Shantanu feels happy. I have a son now. I was lonely in life after Ganga left me, and now I have a son. He takes his proud son along with him, very happy to have such a brave son. But fate has its own way. I think every time Shantanu goes down the river, something happens. It seemed to be a danger zone. No? As he walks along the river bank, he sees another beautiful woman. His heart goes out to her. He's fascinated by her. Comes back only to find out that her father, although a ferryman, seems to be educated in law. His insight into law is so deep that his conditions seem to be insurmountable. He's telling the king, of course you can marry my daughter, on condition. What is the condition? Her children will be the future kings of Hastinapura. Shantanu says, no. A dharmic king like me, a dharmic king like me cannot do adharma. He comes back home. But you know what love is. You know what fascination is. He sleeps not at night. He has no peace by day. He grows pale day after day. Doesn't go a-hunting. Doesn't smile at all. The sensitive son is asking the minister, what is wrong with my father? It is not like the modern son's impious curiosity to know the private visits of his father. No. It is a wholesome care, concern for the father. Why is my father pale? Why is he losing weight? What is the problem? The minister tells him, sir, Crown Prince, something happened in his life. What happened? He went down the river and saw a beautiful woman. Let her marry him. Let her marry him. Oh no, Prince, her father lays down conditions. Let's go together, come. Our children don't allow us to choose their partners. Sometimes they're so cheeky, they marry and say, Mama, this is my wife. And what do? Aarti, that's all. What else can you do? There are children who print invitations, say, I invite you for my wedding. As if they dropped from the sky, At least with best compliments of parents, please write that. ரொம்ப துக்கமாக இருக்கு நினைச்சாலே. மாத்ருதேவோ பவா பித்ருதேவோ பவா. This is our culture. Modernity does not mean throwing tradition overboard, my dear listeners. Modernity is a wholesome combination of East and West. Modernity is an outlook and not a fad. Modernity is a perspective and not a rebellion. I hope you understand. Don't think modern means throwing everything traditional overboard. No. You can still remain modern, still remain traditional. The Mahabharata is asking us, what does the son do? Here is a son who says, what did you say, sir? What is the condition? The ferryman says, Prince, I'm happy that you've come to ask my daughter's hand for your father. But there is a condition. What's the condition, sir? I want my father to be unconditionally happy. I want to see him smile. I want him to go hunting. I want him to be normal again. I want him to be happy again. Of course you can make him happy on one condition, that my daughter's children will be the future kings of Hastinapura. So be it, sir. Oh no, I want a registered document, sir, with witnesses. I don't believe facile statements. I don't believe ordinary words which are thin air. Our little prince grows into a giant in one moment. By the 33 crores of gods, I swear. By the sun and the moon and the stars, I swear. By my pure and purifying mother Ganga, I swear. By all the civilians and the citizens who are watching, I swear. By all the ancestors who are watching, I swear, I, Devavrata, will remain a celibate in thought and word and deed. And then the gods rained flowers and said, Bhishma. It was a terrible vow. Many of us can say we are celibate in deed and word. How many of us can say we are celibate in thought, my dear listeners? How many of us? Who has that pristine purity to say, I'm a brahmachari in my mind? 1 in a million can do it. Here was a son sacrificing his future sensuous joy for the sake of a father in love with a beautiful woman. What do you say about Mahabharata? Mahabharat ki katha mahan. Mahabharat ki katha mahan. Jisme satya aur dharm ईशान पांडव जीत गए
क्योंकि कान्हा उनके मीत में।
महाभारत की कथा महान। महाभारत की कथा महाभारत की कथा महान। Bhishma brings back the lady to his father. His father dare not look him in the eye. When you are not a moral superior to your son, you can't look him in the eye. Your eyes are lowered. Shantanu feels ashamed. It is I who should sacrifice my sensuousness for him, and not he who should sacrifice his sensuousness for me. It is the natural desire of every human being to have a wife and have progeny. And it was this that he had curbed forever. He had annihilated the love of a family, the love of happiness, the love of normal instincts which even animals enjoy. Ahara nidra bhayamaithunam cha samanyametat pashubhir naranam. Pashu and man have 4 instincts in common. Ahara, nidra, bhaya and maithuna. Ahara is food, nidra is sleep, bhaya is fear, and maithuna is sex. Imagine, at a young age, this child had decided, I will remain a bachelor. I will remain forever a bachelor. His father looks at him and tells him, I do not know how to thank you, my son. It's a monumental sacrifice. It's unheard of in history, unprecedented in history. You have set a model for your own self by growing in your virtue and your value sense to make a parent happy. All that I can do to you is, you will not die before you want to die. Ichha marana. Can you imagine? This is the boon he gives him. Na kama maranam tata bhavishyati taveti cha nate prabhavita mrityu yavat ichhasi jeevitum. What a world it was, when a father could bless his son, you will not die if you don't want to die, and death will not come before you want to die, my son. This was the boon he got. For this sacrifice, he got this boon that he could die when he wants to die. Mother Sita in the Valmiki Ramayana says, how strange it is that we can't die when we want to and we can't live when we want to. People who are dying say, let me not die. And people who want to live commit suicide 22 times unsuccessfully. Every time they brought back after the sleeping tablet, no? Because death doesn't come. Here was a man who had won Dharma itself. And Dharma said, you can die only when you want to die. That is the glory of Bhishma. From now onwards, this great man has a privilege. I think 99% of us know that if you don't have a son, then we go to hell. That is what the world says. No, you don't have a son, then nobody performs Tarpanam for you. But you can ask the Pandits that on Bhishmashtami day, which comes one day after Ratha Saptami, the entire world offers Tarpanam to Bhishma. These are the words with which we offer Tarpanam. Ganga putraya shantaya shantanu pravaraya cha aputraya dadam yargham salilam Bhishma varmani vayyagrapada gotraya sankriti pravaraya cha aputraya dadam yargyam salilam Bhishma varmani Bhishma shantanavo veera satyavadi jitendriya आभित adbir avapnotu putra pautro chitakriya. What a lovely privilege. We have one son offering tarpanam to us. Bhishma has the whole world offering tarpanam for him on Bhishmashtami day because of the sacrifice. The power of the sacrifice was so great that he could enjoy the privilege of being honored with obsequies from everyone who thinks of Bhishma on the Bhishmashtami day. My dear listeners, strange thing happens in life of this great man. Into the story of honesty and righteous valor enters a thread of thwarted love and an avenging maiden. With folded hands, I request all of you who have children to get married. With folded hands, I do it. Before you think of the marriage of your children, please find out if they have any emotional entanglement. Be concerned, be kind, be compassionate, be imaginative, be sensitive. Please don't think I'm teaching parents their duty. I'm only reminding them. As Mother Sita said to Rama, I am not teaching, I am only reminding. If you don't ask the children what they want, if you don't ask the children whom they want to marry, you will be spoiling the lives of so many, my dear listeners, so many. For heaven's sake, don't do that. Don't repent at leisure after having committed this blunder in haste. So many years back, there were 3 princesses in Kashi. One was Amba, the other was Ambalika, the third was Ambika. And all of them were beautiful. Our great bachelor wanted to go and win them, not for himself, but for the prince. He wants to win them for his stepbrother. And as he goes there, everybody makes fun of him. Oh, we thought the bachelor did not want to marry, but he seemed suddenly to have a weakness for women. He says, no, I'm not old and I'm not weak. I still keep my promise. I come to win these princesses for my brother who is the prince of Hastinapura. Unfortunately for him, he finds that Amba, on the way back, is confessing to him. She says, Bhishma, don't take me away. I already belong to someone emotionally. That's the king of Salva. I love him and he loves me. Don't take me against my will. Maya saubhapati purvam manasahi vritapatihi tena chasmi vrita purvam esha kamaccha me pituhu. My father also wanted the same, but you won us by our prowess, and so you're taking me against my will. Bhishma says, no, lady, no. I will not force you. Please go back to Salva. Go back to the king of Salva. You belong to him and you belong there. Unfortunately for this woman, like it happened to many girls, suddenly the men change their mind. After all, men are from Mars and women from Venus. Men can change their mind. The woman can't. She goes to Salva. Salva says, get away. Go back to Bhishma. Bhishma says, go back to Salva. Salva says, go back to Bhishma. She's shuttled between these 2 powerful men. Amba Bhishmam Punas Salvam Bhishmam Salvam Punah Punah. You can imagine the trauma she passed through. And the whole world was seeing her, going from this man to that man and that man to this man. Neither of the houses accepting her. She says, I will take revenge. A woman thwarted can be a dangerous enemy. She can forgive or she can take revenge. Now she descends to take revenge because she wants to make life miserable for Bhishma. He is the one. He is the one who is the cause for all my sorrow. She goes all the way to Parashurama and says, he is your student. Please force him to accept me in his family. Parashurama and Bhishma have a duel for 23 days. And nobody can decide who is to win. Parashurama says, anything can change in the world, but not Bhishma's pratignya. It is Bhishma pratignya. Sa kanya tu maharaja pravishya astrama mandalam yamuna tiramashritya tapastepe atimanusham.
राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे राधे, राधे श्याम 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 राधे राधे, राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे राधे, राधे श्याम 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 राधे राधे, राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे राधे, राधे श्याम 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 राधे राधे,
राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. Radha's cosmic energy, we are invoking her. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Let me have the privilege and pleasure of recognizing one of our famous actors of our screen, Mr. Y.G. Mahendra. Please give him a big hand. Many make us cry, sir. Very few people make us laugh, and you're one of them. So we are very happy to have you in our midst, and thank you for coming. By the grace of the Lord, you find this woman is growing powerful and powerful. She wants to take revenge against Bhishma, and she decides to be born in the family of Drupada. She's born as Shikhandi. When she's born as Shikhandi, for quite a few years, this girl is dressed up as a boy. The whole world thinks it's a boy until one particular climactic scene of a wedding reveals that it's a girl in a boy's garb. She's insulted. She goes away into the forest, and there she meets a Yaksha. And she prays to Yaksha, I want to be a man, and I want to take revenge against that man called Bhishma. The Yaksha says, for a while you can be a man. Unfortunately for him, Indra says, you had no right to exchange your manhood with another woman. May you be a woman forever. This is Shikhandi, the bane for a man called Bhishma. Unfortunately for Bhishma, Shikhandi is growing up. The Mahabharata tells us that there are many scenes in which Bhishma plays a pivotal role. But sometimes he is very emotional, where Vidura is not. I hope you know that he is attached to the throne of Hastinapura, loyal to the throne, does not matter who rules. But he will never break his vow of celibacy. That he is sure of. So many acts, sacrilegious acts take place in Hastinapura. All of us know how the Kauravas are plotting against the Pandavas. One day you have Dhritarashtra calling the boys, the Pandavas, and telling them, please go to Varanavrata. It's a beautiful place, a holiday resort, and a beautiful palace has been built for you. Please go there. And there's going to be a large function, a very huge function, mega function, where artists and scholars are going to be rewarded and awarded by you. Please go and give them whatever you want on our behalf, and please remain there as long as you want. The mother is also sent away with the 5 children. The people are suspicious. Why are they being packed off the full house? Why is it the entire family is made to move away? Everybody is suspecting. Vidura suspects most. And he finds a way out. When the whole palace is burning, Bhima luckily takes all of them in his arms and makes his way through the forest fire, through the forest while the house is burning, comes to a ship which has been again planned by Vidura, a prepaid ship. When he asked the captain of the ship, how do we pay you? The captain says, sir, we have already been paid by Vidura. Vidura does not allow anything to be left incomplete. That is Vidura's capacity, administrative capacity, political genius, statesman of the highest order. And when they are back and alive, it is at that moment the entire country is weeping for the Pandavas, thinking they are dead, that Mother Kunti and the 5 Pandavas have been burned to death. And Bhishma is very simple. Bhishma is crying, ha Yudhishthira, ha Bhima, ha Dhananjaya, ha Yamau. Yamau means the twins. Ha Prithe. O Kunti, Saha Putraitvam Ekaratrena Swargata. In one night, all of you died. All of you died. I can't bear it. Pandu's children, Pandu's family is totally annihilated. And he's about to offer Tarpanam. Vidura says, we don't offer Tarpanam for living people. We don't offer Tarpanam for living people. Vidura, you saved them. You saved my children. Thank you, Vidura, for being with us. What a great solace to have a minister like you. Not the scheming politician, but the sober statesman that you are, Vidura. We thank you for it. It is a race and a dynasty. You have saved Dharma, Vidura. You have saved Dharma. This is the gratitude with which he greets Vidura when he comes to know that the Pandavas have been saved. I have taken highlights from the Mahabharata, where Bhishma plays an important role. I was talking to you about Draupadi. She's about to be disrobed. Everybody is watching. Only some people are petrified, and one of them is Bhishma. Tongue-tied, not knowing what to do. Dik ityeva vruddhanam sabhyanam nistritagiraha Chukshubhe sa sabharajan rajnyam samjagire shuchaha. Everybody is sad. Everybody is sad, and the whole court was turbulent. At that time, Bhishma Drona Kripadinam. When an atrocity takes place, the first person who are afraid of that atrocity are the elders. Youngsters belonging to a different generation somehow seem to digest atrocity. The elders succumb to the shock. Bhishma Drona Kripadinam Swedascha Samajayata. Bhishma, who is an army, Bhishma alone can fight against everybody. Alone he can finish the Pandavas. Such a person is afraid of adharma. It is not the battle that is going to make him frightened. It is adharma which is unnerving him, my dear listeners. Sweda, Bhishma, Drona and Kripa, three stalwarts, Maharathas as they are called. These Maharathas are perspiring. Can you imagine? They are sweating. You find the whole eyebrow is full of sweat because they don't know what the repercussion of this disrobing is going to be. The scene is terrible, the repercussion is more terrible. Swedascha samajayata shiro grihitva viduraha. Vidura says, oh no, this is beyond my ken. This is beyond my purview. I don't know what to do. I don't know what is going to happen. And he holds his head in total confusion. Bhishma has several roles to play in the Mahabharata, and each one reveals to you how he is different from other characters. It's a war. It's not a game. It's a serious war, blood-filled, gory war that's about to take place between members of the same family. A fratricidal war. On either side, files and musters are ready. I told you, I suffer a very serious handicap where my rival B.R. Chopra is concerned. His multiple cameras tell you how many thousands of elephants and thousands of chariots and thousands of horses and thousands of infantry, all of them are standing still like a painted ship on a painted ocean. Nobody is moving. What happens? Hey, what happens? What is Yudhishthira doing? Nobody understands what he's doing, but he's the eldest brother, so nobody dare ask him anything. Vimuchya tato Yudhishthiro vikshya yuddhaya samudyataha te sene sagara prakhe muhu prajwalito nripa vimuchya kavacham viraha vinikshipya varayudham avaruhya ratat turnam padbhyameva kritanjalihi. How did you like the Sanskrit? So simple. Who called it a dead language? Tell me.